Hi to everyone. In the last videos, we were discussing about the Euclid division lemma under the chapter of real numbers. Is it right? Now let's take the second topic, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. In the fundamental theorem of arithmetic, what we are going to learn? It is nothing but this theorem. It is nothing but like factorization of composite numbers. You know that there are two types in the natural numbers. If you are not remember, just watch my first video, that is introduction to number system. Is it clear? So there are two types in the natural number system, that is prime numbers and composite numbers. You know about the prime numbers, just a number having only two multiples by itself and one. Otherwise, one more like another way we can say the number which we can divide by itself and only one. So that is called prime numbers. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7, etc. And then composite number means the numbers having two or more and more factors. So let's see how the factorization we will do. How? What we will call it as a fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So I'll say the definition. Any natural number, that means prime or composite, any natural number we can return as the product of powers of its prime numbers. See, once again I'll write it on the board. Make sure you are understanding or not each and every word in the statement. Look at here. Any natural number. You know, natural number means all the counting numbers. That means prime numbers and then composite numbers. Any natural numbers can be written as the product of its prime numbers. Understood? Here, for example, I'll say 4. It is a natural number. So it is having a 2 into 2 into 1. That means 3 multiples are having 2 into 2 into 1. See, 2 into 2 into 1. This is a prime number. This is a prime number. This is a prime number. It is a composite number or a natural number. So this natural number we can write it in the as product of its prime numbers. Understood? What the definition is saying in the sense, look at this example. 4 is one natural number. How we are going to represent in terms of its multiple factors? That means 2 into 2 into 1. What is this? 2, 2, 1. These are the prime numbers, right? So these are having only one multiple. That means it can divisible by itself and only one. There is no another numbers can able to divide these 2 and 1. So that are prime numbers. So 4 is equal to 2 into 2 into 1. This example is saying the definition of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Look at here, once again I am saying any natural number or numbers we can represent or return as the product of its prime numbers. Clear? We will do one small problem like 3 digits or the 4 digits or either it may be 5 digits. Let's how we can represent that composite numbers into its product of its prime numbers. 3, 2, 7, 6, 0. Look at here. This is a 5-digit number. 32,760 is it. How we can represent this number, this natural number into the product of its prime factors. Clear? So, here I'll I'm going to do the factorization method. 2 ones are 2 six are 2 threes are 2 eights are 0. Correct? 2 eights are 16, 2 ones are 2 nines are again 0. 2 fours are 8, 2 0, 2 nines are 18, 2 fives are again. If you are confusing, go here. Let's try with the 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9, 3 six are 18. Is it correct? So write down here 3. So again go with the 3. 3 fours are 12. 3 fives are 15. 3 fives are. So here 3 once again 4, 5, 5. I am going to take 5 ones are directly. 5 nines are 45. 5 ones are 5 here. 7 here. 7 ones are 7. 7 threes are 21. Now, how I am representing this in the sense, I am writing this. This is a natural number. This natural number I am going to represent product of its prime numbers. How many 2's are there? 3 2's are there into 3 number 2 times are there. 5 into 7 into 13. Look it. 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 7 into 13. These natural number we are representing as product of its prime numbers. And one more thing, look at here. You know that a to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m into a to the power of n. These are looking like that. So this is, you can countable, right? 1 2 3. 2 raised to 3 into here. 1 2. Remaining only 1 1. Just write it like that. Now just a little difference is there in your definition of the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Look at here, this composite number or any natural number, we can write it as a product of powers of its prime numbers. Understood? The product of powers of its prime numbers. This is a product, multiplication. These are the powers. These all the numbers are prime numbers. So once again I am saying the fundamental theorem of arithmetic is saying any natural number can be written as the product of powers of its prime numbers. Understood? Okay, next go to the problems now. Okay, now let's look at the problems on this factorization method. How to find out the LCM and HCM, and another one more method is there. Whatever we are getting, we are finding out the LCM and HCF from the given two positive integers. Again we have to do one more verification method. That means whatever we found LCM and HCF, the product of the LCM and HCF of the given two positive integers will be equal to the product of the given two numbers. That will equal to the product of given two equal numbers, or it won't equal. We have to find out these things from the fundamental theorem of arithmetic or the factorization method of any natural number or composite number. Let's look at the problems. I am going to take first one, 6 and 20. Look at here. How to find out the LCM of these two numbers now and HCF also. So 6. How you can write the 6 in terms of the product of its prime factors. See here, 6. 2 3s are, that's it. We got two prime numbers. Again 20. 2 10s are right, 2 5s. So 2 into 2 into 5. Understood? Now what is the common of these means 2. So I am saying HCF of 6, 20 is 2. Now how to find out the LCM of 6, 20? This common is 2. Write down. Into remaining 3. Into 2. Into 5. 2 2s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 12 5s are 60. Look. HCF is 2. LCM is 60. Next, let's go to the another problem. Now second problem. If you want the problem to write, just pause the video and then write it again. You resume for the another problems. Find HCF of 96 and here they told to find out only HCF. Let's we can find LCM also to learn what is there, right? So 96. How you can able to write the 96 into the product of its prime factors or prime numbers? 2 4s are 8, 2 8s are 60, 2 2s are 4, 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2 2s again, 2 6s are 12, 2 3s are. And finally we got. Again we can't able to factorize. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. One more. 4 not 4. Then write down the 4 not 4 into the product of its prime numbers with the help of factorization method. 2 2s are 4, 0, 2 2s are 4. 2 1. So here 101 again we can't able to factorize clearly. So let it be like this only. 2 into 2 into 101 is a prime number. So here I will write 2 into 2 into 101. So here what is the common here? So I am going to say here 2 into 2. 2 raised to 2 is a common. That means 4 is a HCF. Clear? If you want to know LCM, do it 4 into 2 into 2 into 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 into 4 into 3 into 201. Just do the calculation, you will get the LCM. Just go to the another problem. Okay, next see how to verify LCM into HCF will be equal to the product of given two natural numbers. Let's see it. Write down the heading, verify HCF into LCM is equating to the product of given two numbers. Was it? Okay, see here, how to verify HCF and LCM will be equal to the product of the given numbers. Just look at here, they are given the two numbers 26 and 19. Just how you can write 26 will be equal to the product of its prime numbers. Just go to the factorization method step by step. 2 1s are 2 3s are. Is it right? So write down 2 into 30. Again 91 is there. Let's take it as a 3. 3 3s are 9. Here 1 is there. No, it won't come. Just take 7. 7 1s are 7 3s are. Is it right? So 91 is equal to 7 into 30. Look at here. What is the common here? 13. Is it right? So HCF of 26, 91 is equal to 13. And then LCM of 26, 91 is 13 into 2 into 7. That means 14. So 14 into 13 how much? 12. 182. Is it right? The LCM is 182. So your rough work always will be in the corner of your book.